Welcome to Erie, Colorado, a charming little town nestled between Boulder and Denver. If you are a young family looking for a perfect place to call home, Erie just might be it. Today, we're going to be exploring what makes Erie a rising star in Colorado. Let's get started. All right, first off, the reason why Erie is becoming so attractive to a lot of people is simply because of its location. Now, it is truly located in between Denver and Boulder. I mean, roughly, we are only going to be about 30 minutes from either one. And I say we because I actually do live in Erie, so I do highly recommend this city. So people are moving here because of its location. Now, whether you work in Denver or you work in Boulder, you can still get to these cities and then still have that small town suburbia feel when you head out to Erie. We do have all that small town feel. So like a lot of people are coming out here, especially small families or young families are coming out here and still utilizing the job growth in all these other cities. Now, another thing I will say is because it is smack dab in between of Boulder and Denver, you're also not paying Boulder prices. Now, or Denver prices for that matter. Now, roughly right now, Erie is going to be roughly about $750,000 as a median home price, which can be a lot to, some people in other, markets around the nation. But here in Colorado, that's pretty decent, especially knowing the surrounding areas on how expensive other areas are. So if you want to go to Boulder, that median home price right now is roughly about 1.2 million. Lafayette is going to be roughly about 800,000. Louisville is going to even be more than that, 850 to 900. And keep in mind, those areas are going to get you an older house, maybe built in the 80s, early 90s, and a lot smaller floor plan than you would get in Erie. So that's another reason why people are coming out to Erie, is because roughly $750,000 is going to get you out here, but it's going to be a much bigger house. Most likely it's going to be a newer house too, because Erie is growing like crazy. The new build growth out here is just insane. I mean, just offhand, I could think of maybe 5 or 6 new developments and builders taking place within the Erie community that you could get roughly $750,000 for about 2,500 square feet. And then, have a brand new, under warranty, all of that house, opposed to some of these other areas around Erie. Now, a lot of people are moving to this area because they do want that small town feel. However, I will say is that while we are a small town, considerably speaking, we have dramatic growth that's happened over the last 25 years or so. In fact, Erie has grown 433% since year 2000. I mean, that is crazy. And right now we are on average about 6% year over year. Currently, Erie is about 35,000 people in population. And again, obviously that is growing. We do have now more businesses coming into town, obviously more houses coming into town. So that's why people are coming here. So yes, I understand that people do want that small town feel, but it's not as small as some people do think. We do have, the local farmers markets, the local parades, that small downtown area with the breweries and the cute little restaurants and all of that great stuff, which is amazing. I love that. But then we're also getting other conveniences as well that some other places have that we never did, like Starbucks. King Soopers is finally here. I mean, a few years ago, but we do have the King Soopers. I heard Sprouts is going in. So, I mean, there are going to be more growth, which I personally love. Some people hate it. I personally love it because I think growth just shows, stability and change. I think it's fantastic, but that is also something to be aware of when you are moving to this amazing area. Hey, just real quick, if you're finding this content interesting or helpful, can you please click that subscribe button or give me a little comment? That really helps me out, push out more content to people just like you. All right, now back to the video. Now, if you are a young family, like I do have of my own, I have a little 6-year-old, and there's a lot of people contacting me who have these small families as well, these young families. And honestly, Erie is amazing for this reason. First off, we have parks and trails all over the place. So you're never gonna go wrong with that. We have the Erie Rec Center, we have the Bump Park, we have the baseball fields. And then when you go downtown, there is a whole, huge area that they have concerts in the park. There's a huge brand new outdoor park thing that they have all the events going on right now too. In the wintertime, it actually turns into a skating rink. We do have a single track and a disc golf course out here too. So there's so many things to do for kids. It's unreal, honestly. I could keep on going on and on. When it comes to kiddos, our school system. So our school systems are really, really highly ranked. They really are. I personally am in St. Vrain School District. So there's going to be two St. Vrain School Districts, and then we're going to have Boulder Valley, depending on what side of Erie you move to. So it's going to be separated a little bit. But they're all really, really highly ranked. The school teachers, the principals, everything is really on par. So you really have nothing to worry about if you put your kiddo in any of the schools within Erie. And because we are growing so rapidly, we're continually adding more schools. I heard we are going to have a second high school, but we currently only have one. They are building a second one just because we need the space. So you really aren't going to go wrong with your kiddos and the education here in Erie. So Erie is not just for kids, obviously. There's plenty of things to do for the adults who live here as well. So we do have some really cool breweries in town. My personal favorite is Echo Brewery and Pizzeria, but there's Old Mine out there as well. Then we have 24 Carat, which is a higher end restaurant. There's Preepy. We have the Erie Social Club, which has amazing happy hours, and they always have sort of event and trivia and all of that good stuff happening there. I mean, there's really, truly something going on all the time. I know at 24 Carat, they have some speakeasies as well. We have an escape room. So, I mean, there's really, truly something going on all the time, whether it's for kids or adults. I will say, though, if you are maybe single or maybe early 20s, no kids, no family, no nothing, Erie may not be for you, honestly, just because most of the stuff closes down right around 10. And it's just, everything is very family oriented. So if you're wanting more of that nightlife and something going out later at night, Erie's probably not going to be it for you truly, because we really do shut down at 10. I mean, it is very still family friendly, but there is still a lot of things to do for adults if you want a good date night. So if you're looking to move to an area where truly people have a sense of community, people are outside all the time with their neighbors, you have kiddos at the park all the time, that everybody's just friends, waving at each other, hanging out downtown, that Erie, I strongly believe, is a place that you should really look into. I've been here for roughly about 10 years and I absolutely love it. My husband grew up here and watched it grow. It is truly an amazing place to live, and it's some place that I personally don't ever want to move out of, just because it is honestly very special and you truly don't know it until you actually get here. If that's something that you really are interested in, please reach out to me. I am more than happy to help you navigate this area that we have, all the different neighborhoods that we have. The views are insane out here, so I could help you find that perfect neighborhood with those perfect views, if that's something you're interested in as well. My name is Christy Lee. Please reach out to me anytime. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.